Hey everyone, welcome to this week's Lotus Lounge. We're in the middle of June. It's June 17th, 2024. And as always, I'm Chad B, joined by the very lovely Carrie B. Oh, excuse me. Very lovely. Very, very lovely. We need some more adjectives. Hey, this week we're talking about treatment alternatives to mainstream aesthetics. And one of the things new things, very, very new things that we offer is we're going over what is the NeoLift Face Contouring Technique. I would guess, Carrie, most people haven't heard of this. So this will be new to virtually everybody because you're one of only two people in the state of Arizona that offers it right now, which is amazing. So, but there's a lot of reasons why people seek alternatives to the mainstream aesthetic services that are provided by both spas and medical spas, otherwise known as med spas. And here are 5 reasons we're going to go over real quick. And the first is avoiding risk. And this is probably a big one, Carrie. So what do we mean by avoiding risk?
Yeah. So mainstream aesthetic services such as surgeries and other cosmetic procedures come with health risks. I've said this over and over again, and potential side effects.
Yeah.
I've said this over and over again. So when you seek alternatives like non-invasive, non-toxic, and treatments such as these, which we offer at Lotus Evolution's Holistic Spa, they are perceived as safer, and they are safer.
Mm-hmm.
That's key. They are safer. So, yes, that is one big reason. It's probably the number one reason why people seek alternatives is to avoid risky treatments.
And that makes a ton of sense, especially in this day and age as people start to become more educated and aware of certain things. So, and the second is a holistic approach. Let's go over that for a moment.
Okay, holistic approach, one of my favorite topics since we're Lotus Evolution's Holistic Spa.
Oh.
Alternatives to mainstream aesthetic services often incorporate holistic practices that address not only the physical appearance of someone, but their overall health, including mental and emotional health. And this is key this day and age, right, Chad? Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, you're hearing a lot more about mental and emotional well-being, a lot more, and you should. And probably going to hear a lot more of it. So, okay, so we've done avoiding risk, the holistic approach, and the third is natural and organic products.
Yes. So many spas, med spas, use products that contain a lot of synthetic ingredients, including fragrances. Oh, that's my pet peeve. Many people, including myself, want to avoid such ingredients. So this is a big reason. Another big reason why people seek alternatives is because they want to reduce toxic exposure and they want to use more natural and organic products and treatments, which again is what we offer at Lotus.
And jumping back several weeks, we talked about fragrances and scents and how that is something. And when it comes to labeling, that a lot of manufacturers kind of get around what they don't have to necessarily label what they use for fragrances and such. And so this is where a lot of people come into irritants and allergens and the such. So this is why that's so important. So, or part of the reason why that's so important. But okay. And then the fourth is innovation. That's interesting. So innovation.
Yes. So alternatives are alternative providers typically will incorporate treatments that you've never heard of that are new and upcoming. As we learn more and more about the body and we learn more and more about the effects of invasiveness on the body, the more there are practitioners who want to come up with alternatives. So many times you're going to find innovation in the marketplace. And again, this is something that I like to stay on top of, is being part of the innovation, the change. What is my favorite quote, Chad? Be the change you want to see in the world.
Yeah, Well, you're definitely leading the charge there. So okay, that's the fourth, and the fifth is cost.
Cost.
Not insignificant. So yes.
So mainstream aesthetic services can be expensive.
Oh,
I mean, think of the cost of a facelift. I don't know the cost, but I know it's thousands. You know, even a simple lunchtime facelift, which I think these days it's primarily what I hear a lot of anyway is threading.
ugh.
Yeah, that is like an outpatient procedure,
Mm.
but slightly invasive. But even that can be a couple $1,000s. I mean, you're
Wow.
looking at thousands with potential risks and hazards.
Yeah.
So anyway, so a lot of people will seek alternatives just for cost alone.
Hmm.
Um, Typically, if like let's just compare a series of Bical treatments
Hmm.
and NeoLift treatments. Okay, you're going to well be under a couple $1,000s.
Yeah.
You're going to be under $1,000 for Bical, and for NeoLift, you're going to be a little bit over. But again, many of these treatments are thousands. So,
Yeah. Whew. Wow. Okay. So I mean, we're avoiding risk, taking a holistic approach, natural and organic products, innovation, and costs. Those are pretty good. So those are all the above reasons can be applied to what we're leading into our newest treatment offering, the NeoLift Face Contouring Technique
hmm.
you just mentioned. And so, people probably wonder what that is. And the NeoLift technique is a deep tissue facial massage.
Correct.
Deep tissue facial massage. Listen to that, folks. That's pretty good. It incorporates lymphatic drainage with some intraoral massage. So this sounds different, and it is because it is innovative. It's innovative. And it's a holistic, cutting edge, non-invasive. Big deal. Non-invasive. So we're hitting on the points we talk about. And it's organic. So it's a truly innovative for anti-aging, stress reduction, and emotional health. It's I got to be a model on this. I'll admit, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. And I have a problem down here. And when you're done working on it, yeah, don't need a facelift. Goodness, don't need to pay that money for something invasive. So Carrie, what are the benefits?
So I'm going to divide the benefits.
Okay.
I'm going to divide them into cumulative benefits.
Okay.
That means you're doing a series of treatments.
Mm-hmm.
And one and done benefits.
Okay.
Because many people will be a one and done.
Sure.
We just know this to be true.
They come
They
in and
just
try
want
it
the
once.
experience of it. They want to try it. What is it? So if you decide to have a series of treatments, these are the benefits. Okay. Now, let me digress for a minute. What I'm going to mention with the one and done
Mm-hmm.
those are the benefits you receive each and every treatment. And they do become cumulative. You're going to feel the effects more.
Mm-hmm.
But the cumulative are going to include those benefits, but with extra added benefits.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Sure.
So the first, and it's in the name, right?
Mm-hmm.
The hint of the first is in the name, but it's non-invasive facial contouring and lifting. So you want to think of a non-invasive facelift.
Mm.
But this is a cumulative benefit. You are not going to see this after one treatment, after two treatments. And everyone is going to be a little bit different. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Number two benefit is improved facial posture.
Mm-hmm.
So as we get older, because of the tightness we hold in our tissues and the stress we hold in our tissues, the facial shape will change. So it may appear to be more asymmetrical.
Mm.
And even though we're probably all a little bit asymmetrical anyway, but it's just more pronounced. So over a series of treatments, your face is going to look more balanced. And they call this, good facial posture. And And the last benefit is an improved psycho-emotional state. So this is, and we can apply this to other therapies out there, like yoga, for example. But this is a way for your body, your tissues to release trauma. We've heard the saying, your issues are in your tissues. Well, that's very true. And the fact that we hold on to things within our tissues.
Yeah.
Well, this is a way to release that toxicity, release that tension in a very natural, safe way.
Yeah. And I don't think people can appreciate it till they try it, but I can testify to experiencing that sensation. It's like, wow, you do hold a lot of tension in your face. And it's like, okay, that was pretty profound, feeling the release and everything. So yeah, it's fascinating. So those are the cumulative benefits with a regular series of treatments. And so the if somebody decides to have one treatment for the experience, or irregular, let's say once a year, just as an example. So it's like, this is what they would expect. So there's a difference, and it'll be skin rejuvenation without cosmetic injections. That's still pretty powerful. Yeah. Then also passive fitness for facial muscles, excuse me, including the neck, because it is like an exercise. I felt like I had a face workout. I did. I think I told you. I was like, yeah, I felt like my face had a workout in a good way. Also, it's a deep relaxation of facial muscles. English, Chad. Wow, must be a Monday. And that's the follow up to that, feeling like they got a workout, is it felt relaxed afterwards. You also experience detoxification, important as well. It improves skin quality, and there's also a therapeutic effect, and a light osteopathic effect. And let's just touch on that so that people understand. Osteopathy emphasizes like some physical manipulation of the body's muscles, tissues, and bones. So, it can be, the well-being of individual depends on that. And so, the manipulation, how does that feeds into the relaxation? Doesn't it carry the relaxation? Is that the overall description that you meant by that?
Yes. So the fundamental principle of osteopathy is the well-being of an individual, and that well-being depending on their bones, their muscles, their ligaments, and their tissues all working harmoniously together.
Gotcha.
And so the NeoLift technique offers this very light osteopathic benefit. So I want to use a great analogy, an analogy that people understand. Think about when you go to your chiropractor, and your chiropractor adjusts your spine, right? And I'm assuming the muscles and ligaments around that. And when your spine is out of whack, then it could produce pain and curvature and tightness and pain and imbalances of the organs. And so the chiropractor adjusts that, right? But the question is, how long can you hold that adjustment? That's why you have to come back. That's where the consistency lies. You have to come back again and back again. So you're training your body to hold that adjustment. The NeoLift technique is very similar in that practice, where the more you are coming, the longer you can hold those adjustments. And that's why over time that improves the facial posture of your face. That's what creates the lifting and the contouring, is that you're exercising in a way that your body is learning how to hold that new posture.
No, I'm glad you talked over that, because I think that's a great way for people to think about it. Just like exercise or anything else, it's the routine. The routine can be spaced out a little bit. It's not like you have to do it every day, exercise is good. You can do that. But I mean, going to the chiropractor or having the NeoLift, it's a routine. Yeah, that's a great way to put it. So,
and think about it. When you go to the chiropractor, you could go 1 to 2 times a week.
You could.
On average.
Mm-hmm.
And the NeoLift is no different.
Sure. And then so there were several things, and I neglected to mention there's also an anti-stress effect for a one and done. I mean, so we just went over several benefits, that are the cumulative benefits that Carrie mentioned, and then the one and done that I just went over. But all in all, they're all tremendous benefits. So the big question is for people, do you think NeoLift is right for you? And if you do, if you're interested or intrigued, you check out our website, lotusevolutions.com, or, reach out to us, direct message us on the Facebook or social media, or email us, reach out. But, once again, since I got to be the model for a little bit, that the descriptions on here were pretty much right on accurate. You can feel it's different, and you definitely notice, especially after the little series, because I got to experience a little bit of a series. I need to get back into that series.
Well, hopefully you don't become
hint, hint.
son.
Hint, hint. But anyway, Carrie, was there anything? And thanks again for going over the analogy, the comparison to the chiropractic routine, but because I think that's powerful. But is there anything else to touch on this week?
No, Chad, I don't think so. Okay. I would just advise our clients to go to our website and check out the NeoLifting FAQ page.
Yeah.
It has its own page. If you just want to learn a little bit more or have an overview of what we're discussing today.
Yeah. And I'm just going to emphasize again, this really is innovative. And because once again, you're one of only a couple people in the state. And this is a big state. This is a fast growing state. So this is something that's going to definitely grow and catch on as people become more aware of just how powerful it is. And so anyway, with that, I think that's a wrap for this week, Carrie. So once again, I'm Chad B. This is Carrie B. And we'll see you next week. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you for joining us. Until next time.